Okay. It is an honor to welcome Dr. Kirit Kumar Modi, a distinguished academician and researcher in the field of computer science. Dr. Modi currently serves as a Dean of Faculty of Computer Science, Vice Principal, Professor, and Head of Department at Sankalchand Patel College of Engineering, uh, Sankalchand Patel University, Vishnagar. With a PhD in computer science and engineering from Nirma University and an M.Tech from IIT Roorkee, Dr. Modi has made remarkable contribution to academia and research. He has published over 40 research articles, hold multiple patents, and has successfully guided numerous M.Tech and PhD scholars. His expertise span in IoT, cloud computing, big data analytics, and Industry 4.0. We are privileged to have with us today, and we look forward to gaining valuable insights from his expertise. Let us give a warm welcome to Dr. Kirit Kumar Modi. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, so thank you very much, sir. And again, I'm very much thankful to the entire team, especially the Abhishek sir and all the organizing team from
Thank you,
the
thank you, thank you very much, sir.
University and EICT Academy, the IIT Roorkee. And again, I got this opportunity to share my expertise with all these prominent the audience. So I'm thankful to all the participants, and I would like to start my session by sharing the screen. Yeah, along with me, one of my actually the student, and he is in working in the cyber security. So he is with me just to provide some kind of the hands-on the details regarding this open source tools, especially available for the computer forensic. So with this, I would like to start my session. Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Uh, I would like to just know, okay, I think my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir, visible, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so uh, as a part of this faculty development program, it's a really, we can say, a very innovative topic has been identified uh, for this FDB, which is digital forensics for innovators, especially the focus on the open source, the tools and technology especially available for the cyber investigation, right? So now we know that the cyber security is not only, we can say, the field or domain just related to the CS and IT people. So it's now a kind of the we can say platform. It's a kind of the area which is now applicable to all the domains, and it is also part of the industry 4.0. So when we think about the kind of the development which is going on in the industrialization, so I would like to just start with my session with some of the questions. So I would like to make the sessions a bit interactive. So my first question starts with to know about are you aware about industry 4.0? Anyone? Anyone has some kind of the some idea about what exactly the industry 4.0? Anyone? Are you getting my question? Yes or no? Hello?
Sir, we know about the Wi-Fi 6, but I have no any idea about the Industry 4.0.
Okay. So it is something about the industrial revolution, right? And we know that the industrial revolution started with the concept of the steam engine earlier, right? So the first industrial revolution, so it was started with the concept and implementation of the steam engine. Then subsequently we have seen that it has been further improved with the concept of, we can say, how we are going for the manufacturing with the that kind of the how we can even witness the kind of the mass production with the help of that kind of the manufacturing process which we have seen at the industry level, right? So that is, we can say, a kind of the second industrial revolution which has been done, right? After that, subsequently we have seen the era, IT era, information technology era, where we have utilized the concept of the information technology for the implementation as well as for the development of the, we can say, various the kinds of the uh, industrial products. So, and subsequently now we are in the era of the, we can say, industry 4.0, where the our focus is
Sir,
on, yeah, I think
slides,
somewhere,
I think
yeah.
slides are not moving.
No, actually, sir, I'm not actually at this moment. I am on the first slide. Actually,
Okay,
I am
okay,
not.
okay,
Yeah, I am just giving the background about
okay.
what exactly the industry 4.0. Yeah. So subsequently, then we move to the era where we have identified the kind of the, we can say, automation, how to add up the automation in the manufacturing as well as the process industry. And we have identified several key technologies which are now becoming the part of, we can say, this manufacturing as well as the automation which is happening in the industry. And there are some key technologies which have been identified as a part of this industry 4.0, industrial revolution 4.0. And as a part of these technologies, one of the technology which is identified, that is the cybersecurity. So cybersecurity is now, we can say, it is one of the technology which is now not, we can say, only applicable to the CS and IT people, but it is applicable to the all the domain disciplines of the engineering. Along with that, there are some other technologies which has been identified, which have been identified along with this, we can say, the cybersecurity, like cloud computing, artificial intelligence and machine learning, robotic process and automation, internet of the things, big data analytics, and we can say the robotics. So all these different technologies have been even identified as a part of this industry 4.0. And the key objective behind that is how we can adopt the automation in the manufacturing process as well as the processing industry. At the same time, how we can achieve that kind of the smart, we can say, the manufacturing kind of the process in uh, uh, our production environment. So the topic which has been, and now I have identified for today's session, it is about the computer forensic investigation using open source tools, right? So now, as a part of this the cyber security, there are the various we can say the areas, or we can say domains, which have been now considered the key domains in this cyber security domain. So one of the domain which is I would like to discuss today, that is the computer forensics investigation. And I would like to start with the term, that is, what exactly the meaning of the computer forensic. So computer forensic is considered as a scientific method of investigation, because earlier we have seen that whenever any kind of the crime which happen, not, we can just consider any kind of the crime which is related to the cyber or digital. But when we consider any kind of the crime which happens, it starts with the initial process of the how to initially identify the evidences, how to collect the evidences, how to do that kind of the documentation related to the, we can say, evidences. And subsequently there is a need to put all the things to the appropriate the agency, the agent, authorized agency, so they can consider all these evidences for taking any kind of the further, we can say, the action, or the kind of they required to take the further that kind of the supportive the documents or that kind of the proofs. So similarly, when we think about the computer forensic, in computer forensic, it's a scientific method of investigation analysis in order to gather the evidences from digital devices or computer networks and components which is suitable for presentation in a court of law or a legal body. So now computer forensic is identified as one of the we can say the segment where we now we can see that there are the kind of the cyber frauds and crimes which are now happening over the internet. And how we can even uh, take the necessary the actions against this kind of the cyber frauds or crimes. So there is a need to do a systematic investigation again all the kind of the things. So we have identified the certain the elements of the computer systems, for example, like different kind of the digital devices, or as a part of the computer systems we have the computer networks, computer components. So we require to even initially to collect this all kind of the evidences, and subsequently we require to do we can say step by step the analysis process along with the reporting part, and we can be required to put at the appropriate place, for example to the in front of the court, so that the appropriate action can be taken. So this involves performing a structured investigation like maintaining a documented chain of evidence to find out exactly what happened on a computer and who was the responsible of it. So this is a kind of the, we can say, the meaning of the computer forensic. uh, Sometimes even I have seen that or refer the various kind of the documents, and they have mentioned that computer forensic is sometimes also known as the digital forensic. Sometimes it is mentioned that computer forensic is a one of the segment of the digital forensic. But what is happening that we are now much we can say we are familiar with the term like digital forensic or cyber forensic. So we are not using computer forensic term frequently, but yeah, sometimes if you want to just focus on the kind of the digital the devices, especially the computing devices, that at that place we can use the concept which is called the computer forensics. So meanwhile, I would like to present the some of the, we can say, uh, the different kinds of the aspects of the computer forensics. So we know that when we think about the computer systems, so we have some of the key components of our computer systems like the hard disk. So we have the disk forensic, then main memory or RAM. So we have the memory forensic. In addition to that, when we are working with the computer systems, we have some well-known resources like database. So there is a concept of the database forensic, network forensic. In addition to that, now we are working in the area of the we can say internet or web-based the environment. So emails are which are very common for the communication. So we have email forensic, malware forensic. So that is the part of the, we can say, security forensic. So in this way we can classify or categorize computer forensic in some of the key areas, but if required, we can even um, categorize in some more, we can say the further the topics. But these are the some, we can say, the kind of the areas where, or the kind of the components or elements where we can commonly classify our computer forensic. So what exactly the meaning of all these the entities? So we just like to define it. So disk forensic, so it deals with all about the, whenever we are saying about the disk, so mainly we have the concept of the secondary disk, but here it is even related to both primary as well as the secondary storage. And what exactly our interest is, just to extract the raw data from the disk. That is the purpose of the disk forensic. And what we are doing, so actually our interest is to know that either whatever the different kinds of the files which are actually stored, so either anyone has modified, deleted, or any kind of thing happen. So we want to actually retrieve such kind of the data from the disk part. Secondly, the network forensic. So it is again the sub branch of the computer forensic that involves the monitoring and analyzing the computer network traffic. So at this moment, I would like to ask the again question to the participants. Do you have any kind of the idea ki what kind of the mechanisms are available for monitoring the network traffic? Any application, any tool have you even seen, or are you have you experienced? Anyone? Okay, so meanwhile we will see that the some of the open source tools which are specially available for this, we can say, monitoring and analyzing the computer network traffic. Then the next is the database forensic. So it mainly deals with the databases and metadata part. So we know that database is very common, we can say, the component of our the computer based system. And certain kinds of the even mechanisms commonly used by, we can say, the people who have the interest of hacking the data. So one of the commonly concept, it is called the we can say SQL injection. So SQL injection is, we can say, one kind of the technique which is commonly used. So anyone has an idea about the SQL injection? Anyone from the participants? I would like to know that anyone has an idea about the SQL injection, or similar kind of the, we can say, the technique to access the database without any kind of the, we can say, the credentials or like that. Are you getting my questions? Okay, no problem. So SQL injection is, I would like to say that
Yes,
is
sir,
it
we are
is one of,
getting.
sorry, sorry ma'am?
No, sir, समझ में आ रहा है.
Acha, acha, okay, okay, thank you, ma'am. So actually, SQL injection is what? It is one of the very commonly used technique to, even whenever we know that we are doing any kind of the, we can say, database related that whenever we working with the RDBMS, relational database system, we are using the SQL query for retrieving the data, right? But sometimes what happen that even uh, we are able to even access the database even by bypassing that kind of the security mechanisms, because certain kinds of the ports or certain kind of the, we can say, the way to access the data sometimes remain open, and people are using those kind of the techniques. Even we know that we have some common patterns whenever we are using, we want to even create the kind of the our ID or password. So we have some common the patterns or mechanisms, like when we want to give the ID or password, so we are identifying that admin as a ID, admin as a password. So these are the some of the, we can say, our common the patterns which we are following when we are creating our database system. So some people who have the interest to hack the data, so they are using this kind of the techniques, and with the help of that they can even access the database in an unauthorized way. So SQL injection is such a kind of the, we can say, technique. Similar to that, now we have a malware forensic. So it deals with the identification of the suspicious code and studying the virus and worms. So we know that as a part of the computer, the security, we know that we have several kinds of the malicious codes, and all the things are very common. So the objective behind this malware forensic is just to identify and to detect such kind of the harmful codes which are exist in our system. Email forensics, so it deal with the emails and their recovery. So that is the key part. Sometimes what happen ki once anyone has mail, so and found that there is a chance that that kind of the mail may create the issue. So what happen, people are, they are deleting such kind of the email from the mailbox and like that. So email forensic mainly deals with how we can even retrieve the deleted emails, as well as, in addition to that, whenever we have any kind of the our entire email system, so we have a, the calendar is a part of that. And in addition to that, we are able to even store certain kind of the contact details. So all the kind of the information which are commonly associated with the email, so we can even retrieve as a part of the email forensics. Memory forensics, so in addition to this forensic, whenever especially we are working on the our system memory, we can say not only the RAM, but we also have the registers, cache memory, which are part of our the memory system. So we can even retrieve the data from this kind of the memory system. So we can even retrieve the raw data, as well as we can analyze. Mobile phone forensic, so now mobile phone are now becoming and it is now part of our we can say day-to-day life, right? Each and everyone has the mobile phone, and now it has been observed that the crimes which are happening, the common cyber crimes or frauds which are now happening, they are mostly due to the mobile phones, right? So it is very important that whatever the different kind of the data which is stored, maintained in the mobile phone, there is a need to first of all retrieve all this kind of the information, as well as the kind of the call logs information. In addition to that, the several kind of the even the applications which are commonly available in our mobile phone. So the objective behind that is how we can even identify, or how we can analyze this kind of the uh, historical the information of this related to the call as well as the communication. So I would like to specify here there are certain kind of the common, we can say, these steps which are followed as a part of the computer forensic. So computer forensic investigation, it starts with, initially the first step is the identification. So it requires identifying what evidence is present. So that is the first step. When we deal with the computer forensic, our first interest is to identify what kind of the computer devices are actually we can consider as a part of our evidence, and where it is stored and how it is stored. Electronic devices can be a personal computer, mobile phones, PDA. So all these are considered as a part of the, we can say, electronic devices or digital devices. So the first our step is to identify this kind of the devices, what kind of the devices are we can say we have available as a part of the evidence. Second is the preservation. So data is isolated, secured, and preserved. So it includes the prohibiting unauthorized personnel from using the digital device so that digital evidence mistakenly or purposely is not tampered with and making a copy of the original device. So I would like to mention it clearly. And in the last week, even I got the opportunity to interact with one of the we can say digital forensic expert. So that person is actually working with one of the accounting firm, and he mentioned that whenever we are actually working with any kind of the this kind of the computer forensic related activity, we are not directly actually doing any kind of the operation with the original copy or original data of any kind of the evidence or any original device. What we are doing initially, we require to create the copy of that kind of the original evidence. So here it is clearly mentioned that whenever we consider about the preservation, it is very important that the data which is we have actually retrieved from the any kind of the digital device, so there is a need to preserve it in a proper way, and we have to even take care that there should not be any kind of the tampering is happen with that the copy of the original evidence. So original device as well as original, we can say, data is normally kept in a one of the very secured environment. And what is the kind of the processing which is happen? So it happen with the copy of the original evidence. The next is the analysis. So forensic lab personnel reconstruct the fragments of data and draw conclusion based on the evidence. So now the next step is to do the analysis activity of whatever the, we can say, the kind of the data which is retrieved from the device. The next is based on the documentation. So record of all the visible data is created, and it helps in recreating and reviewing the crime scene. So now there is a need to prepare that kind of the report, so we can even create that. We know that whenever any kind of the crime is happen, whenever we think in terms of any kind of the uh, I would like to just specify the not any kind of cyber crime, but any kind of the crime which is happening in the society. So in that case, the people who are associated with home department, so they require to even initially identify the person who is actually deal with that kind of the crime. Once that person has been identified, okay, this is the person who is actually associated in this kind of the crime, right? So we have identified, okay, this is the suspected person, or there is a possibility that this person has actually done the crime. So the next thing is that based on some kind of the evidence, and once the person is identified, the next thing is just to reconstruct that entire the crime scenario. So similarly here, as a part of the documentation, it is very clearly mentioned that now there is a need to even required to think for the recreation as well as the reviewing the crime scene, and all the related we can say the information, findings and investigation need to be properly documented as a part of the documentation. And the last one is the presentation. So all the documented findings are produced in a court of law for further investigation. So when we think about the role of any kind of the uh, cyber forensic expert or digital forensic expert, so it mainly deals with the identification, preservation, analysis and documentation. And after that, whatever the things which are properly investigated and whatever the reports which are prepared, so we required to that submit to the we can say the our respected the court for the further investigation. Yeah. So in addition to that, when we are considering, I am actually discussing about the process of the computer forensic investigation. So what are the some key steps which involve in this kind of the investigation process? So when we start with this kind of the investigation, the first one is the process starts with identifying the devices used and collecting the preliminary evidence on the crime scene. So it is very common that whenever we are dealing with any kind of the investigation, especially in a computer forensic investigation, so we require to identify what kind of the digital devices are used, and after that the collecting the we can say kind of the evidences which are part of that. Then the court warrant is obtained for the seizure of the evidence, which leads to the seizure of the evidence. So after that, now we require to take the approval from the legal body so that we can seize that kind of the evidences. The evidences are then transported to the forensic lab for further investigations, and the procedure of transportation of the evidence from the crimes into the labs are called as a chain of custody. So after that, with the due approval and permission, we required to even transport the evidences from that the place of the incident to the we can say forensic lab so that we can do the further investigation or study. The evidences are then copied for analysis. Okay, so here it is clearly mentioned that the evidences are then copied for the analysis. So we are not actually directly doing any kind of the analysis with the original we can say device or original data, but we are creating the copy for analysis, and the original evidence is kept safe because analysis are always done on the copied evidence and not on the original. The analysis is then done on the copied evidence for the suspicious activities, and accordingly the findings are documented in a we can say the proper identified the mechanism. The documented findings are then presented in a court for the further investigation. So these are the some of the we can say the common steps or actions which are normally happen whenever we are dealing with any kind of the we can say computer forensic investigations, right? Now where we can apply this kind of the computer forensic investigations, yeah, what are the possible use cases? So several kind of the incidents now happening or undesired we can say the situations are happening in our day-to-day life. So the examples are intellectual property theft, industrial espionage, then employment disputes, fraud investigations, misuse of the we can say internet and email in the workspace, forgeries, bankruptcy, issues related to regulatory compliance. So these are some of the we can say the names which are mentioned. But in addition to that, whenever we are working in a various kind of the environments, and even I would like to ask questions to the participants. In addition to that, have you seen any kind of the or any areas where now there is a need to think to apply the computer forensics? I would like to know from the participants can you mention some more use cases?
Yes, sir. I am
Yeah,
Dr.
please.
Praveen Kumar Janjua, sir.
Okay,
I
sir.
am working as a professor and head of department of forensic science in Kalinga University, Raipur.
Right, sir.
And
Okay.
I am also giving expert opinion, expert witness in various court of law. And
Okay.
this, sir, what I feel that the point which I wish to raise here, that the government of India implemented one scheme, cyber crime prevention against women and children, in
Okay.
2015. This
Right,
scheme is
sir.
monitored by the Supreme Court of India.
Okay, sir.
And under this particular scheme, Government of India has given minimum 5 crore rupees to big state and 3 crore rupees to small state to
Okay.
establish the cyber forensic training center so that you can provide the capacity building training to the police officer, judicial officer, and university teacher, college teacher, and professor.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
surprisingly, till to date, only 8 or 9 states had this established this particular center
Okay.
because they have created one post of cyber forensic consultant. Monthly salary is around 1 lakh rupees, but they
Okay,
are
sir.
not getting any person who can be appointed on this particular position. So
Okay.
my concern, if you can give the detail of some of the expert, then that will be helpful because whenever government give any advertisement for this particular
Okay.
position, they say person should be having degree and qualification experience in cybersecurity or digital forensic. And
Okay.
as per the Indian education system, no university is giving any type of specific degree. So if you can suggest something so that we can
Yeah.
this center established and provide the training.
Yeah.
So we are looking for it, sir, please.
Yeah, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Sir, what's your name, please?
Sir, my name is Dr. Praveen Kumar Janjua, sir.
Okay. So, sir, actually, I'm very much happy that now the kind of the expert which we have in this FDB. So I think the purpose of this or objective of this FDB is now I can see it is we are actually fulfilling with this kind of the discussions. So
Yes, sir, definitely.
fortunately, actually, I am at the Gujarat, and I stay actually Gandhinagar, and one of the we can say initiative from the it was initially started by the state government, and now it is part of the we can say the home department of the central government, that is NFSU. So I just mentioned this kind of the special university. This just started,
Sir,
right?
yes, I know this NFL you is having, but they have established their own center only. Even they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
failed to provide these particular scientists to all over India.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
state like Chandigarh, their cyber forensic cell is empty nowadays. They are not having any this resource person to provide
Right.
training to the police officers.
Right. Actually, I am actually adding the information, sir. One thing is that this is a one initiative just started, right? Just to aware about, we can say, the purpose of this kind of the institution is just, we can say, initially to create the awareness. What exactly? Because even I know the history of the NFSU. It was actually initially started as a forensic laboratory. It was the concept of the, we can say, forensic laboratory. Then subsequently, they have identified because of the this kind of the now we can say we are now in the era of the we can say digital devices and internet. So now there is a need to even think about the cyber forensic area, computer forensic area. And now what is happening, sir? Ki fortunately, even my university is offering the master's program in cybersecurity. In
It's good,
addition
sir.
to that, sir, even we even offer the certification course to the students in fundamentals of cybersecurity. In addition to that, even now we have that kind of the awareness sessions for the students. We are
Sir,
actually conducting. Yes, sir. Please.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
actually, sir, we are conducting awareness sessions for the among the school students. Uh, so there is one scheme from the government and even from the central government. There is a need to conduct the certain kind of the awareness sessions among the, we can say, the students as well as we can say the citizens, so that they should be aware about the certain kind of the, we can say, the cyber crime frauds. In addition to that, what should be what we require to do or what we require not to do whenever you are a part of the, we can say, any kind of the whenever you are surfing the computer system or whenever you are accessing the internet. So there is a need to even aware among the, we can say, this kind of the participants. Only just we can focus on, let's go for the kind of the we can say monitoring or detection is not enough. There is a need to educate the people regarding these kind of the incidents which are happen. And I 100% agree with you. So in these use cases now, we can see even we are in a age of the social media, right? Social media is now part of our life. So in day to day life, certain things are happen. Even recently now we have heard about the digital arrest. So digital arrest is now is becoming very one of the common, we can say, that kind of the even it is now used by the people who want to even do some kinds of the frauds, right? So the thing is that there is a need to even aware the people about this kind of the things. Actually there is no concept like digital forest, right? So digital arrest, there is no concept like digital arrest. So on the thing is that at least initially, if this kind of the awareness is available, then and then even we can say go for the next level of the implementation. Yeah. So in addition to that, regarding these applications, just if you want to summarize the advantages, of course, whenever we are going for this kind of the activity, computer forensic investigation. So the main reason behind that is to produce the evidence in the court, which can lead to that kind of the action which we require to ultimately take for the culprits. It helps the companies for gather important information, right? On even what is happening. Sometimes certain companies or the group of the people, so they are not aware that this kind of the actual activities are happening. So periodically now there is a need that there should be a kind of the, we can say, audit should be happen. That kind of security audit need to be happen, need to be even the perform, so that even companies can identify what kind of the things are actually happening, either any kind of the we can say illegal access of the data, or the certain kind of the we can say unethical things are even happening or not. So even we can think for that efficiently tracks down the cyber criminals, which are even we know that there are different kinds of the hackers. Some are they are doing all this activity only for the fun. So even there is a need to identify such kind of the peoples and to minimize this kind of things. Helps to protect the organizations money and valuable time. That is the key objective. Allows to extract, process and interpretation the factual evidence, so it proves the cyber criminal action in the court. Yeah, of course there are some the limitation, or we can say disadvantages of this computer forensic investigation. And the first and foremost is that ki, whenever any kind of the digital evidence is actually accepted into the court, it must be proved that it is not tampered with. So whenever we are dealing with this kind of the digital devices, so there is a need to take care about that this kind of thing should not be a tamper. It should be kept in that kind of the original, in a condition the way we have actually collected. Producing and keeping electronic records safe is actually expensive. Yeah, of course, whenever we are dealing with all these kind of things, so the cost is also incurred in that part. Legal practitioners must have the extensive computer knowledge. So this is again, I would like to say that I would like to ask one question, and fortunately now we have the good participants. So how much of you are aware about the IT Act of India? Anyone? Anyone can tell me about something? What do you know about IT Act? Just whatever you know, I would like to just know. Anything about IT Act? Okay, so my point here is that, yeah, anyone? Yeah. So I would like to mention here is that even certain kind of the acts which are even established, even they are time to time, they are even uh, uh, well defined, even mentioned in we can say our even we can say regulatories bodies. The point is that are we aware about this such kind of the things? So even it is applicable to at both the level. If technical people should be aware about the kinds of the IT Act. Similarly, the people who are associated with the, we can say, the legal aspects, like for example the lawyers and all the people, so they even they should be aware about this kind of the IT related, what kind of the things which are very common, which are happening, right? So it is all about the cyber crime and all other things. And fortunately, I would like to mention one good thing which is now happening. Even I recently, when I got the opportunity to be a part of one of the, we can say, the panel at our the district level, and the purpose of that is we want to even recruit the some of the, we can say, the freshers who can even work with the cyber crime cell. Because now what is happening that there are lots of kind of the things which are happening, and now there is a need to required a certain kind of the IT assistant who can even help the cyber cell even to do the activities for the awareness, as well as to even help the kind of the technical people who are working in the cyber crime cell. So they require even assistance, as well as at certain level there is a need to develop some small kind of the, we can say, the applications or such kind of the tools. So it can help to the people who are working with this kind of the activities or cell. So this kind of the things are now happening, and that is the good sign ki now that kind of the even the initiatives are even now taken by the government for the to avoid such kind of the, we can say, the cyber crime or such kind of the things. Similarly, now, if the tool used for the digital forensic is not according to a specified standards, then in a court of law, the evidence can be disapproved. So this kind of the things should be even possible. And it is equally important that what are the tools which are commonly used, and these tools are really, we can say, standard tools or not. So that kind of the even awareness is equally important. A lack of technical knowledge by the investigating officer might not offer the desired result, right? So these are even, but we can say over the time, as we are actually uh, pass through a certain kind of the, we can say, the experiences, definitely we will improve the our, we can say, even our, we can say, cyber system, and we will make it more, I think, effective. So at this moment now, along with that, there are certain kinds of the tools which are commonly available, and I would like to just mention some of the tools, and after that I would like to conduct the kind of the demonstration, uh, so that you can get the idea ki how these tools are exactly they are working and they are helpful to us. So I would like to mention here the first, which is very commonly used open source tool, and it is called autopsy. So autopsy is very common tool which is used as an open source tool. And what is the purpose of that tool? So it's a platform for analyzing the disk images and file system. So it is related with, we can say, the whatever the data we have already stored, we have already maintained our, we can say, disk part. So for that we can use this tool. So it helps us to recover the deleted files from the disk and partitions. So we know that whenever we have any kind of the hard disk, so even we are able to create the kind of the logical partitions, right? So even if we want to recover it, we want to retrieve it, yeah, it is possible. Then extracts metadata and artifacts. So certain kind of the even the information like the browser history or such kind of the things, even we can able to retrieve. Provides a graphical interface. So there is a kind of the graphical representation is also available in this tool. So we can easily visualize the kind of the information which we can retrieve. Integrates with the, there is another kit, another tool we will see the next, that is the uh, Salt kit is available for low level analysis. So we know that whenever we are dealing with the this kind of the tools, so there are different level of the tools are available. There are tools which are available which can work at the operating system, which there are. So I would like to say that there are the different kind of the computer forensic, or I can say the digital forensic tools which are very commonly available, and all these we can classify into four basic levels. One is available at the operating system level. Second is it is available at the network level. Third one is available at the database level, and fourth one is available at the application level. So in this way, there are the different kinds of the tools which are available to us and which can work at the different levels. So here we are saying that the tool which we are using, that is available at the application level. But now we also have the tools which can work even the below the application level. The use cases is investigating a compromised system by analyzing the disk images for we can say evidence of unauthorized access or malware. So if someone has tried to
Hello.
access data in unauthorized way, or someone has tried to delete
Hello.
the data, or actually have done some kind of the exercise, we can say, so we can even do that kind of the investigation or identification with this kind of the tool. Now at this moment I would like to possible uh, yeah, so I would so now at this moment I would like to stop my the screen which I have shared, and I would like to invite my student as well as the colleague Jinit, so he can demonstrate the some of the open source tools. And actually he mentioned that I think in between I think my screen was stuck. So if things happen, then I apologize for that. Yeah. So yeah, so at present actually I am the host, so I am able to share. I think Jinit, uh, I think
Yes, sir. Give me a second.
yeah, please.
I hope my screen is visible. Hello. Hello, sir. My screen is visible. Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you so much, sir, to giving me opportunity to present something over here in such a big platform. So now let's start our practical demonstration of autopsy tool. First of all, we are showing the how to download, and after that we perform a test one test case, and how to generate a forensic report of any disk image. Okay, so I am sharing one link in a chat section where you can find all the top tools which is used for digital forensics. So you can easily download from here. Okay, first of all, now we are going to download autopsy tool. The installation process is very simple. Just download from here and specify your like just download like normally here. I've already downloaded, so I'm not going to download again. Okay. To perform a disk analysis, we require a one image file which contain the totally data of your physical hard drive, or we can say any kind of the any kind of the storage device. Okay. Now, whenever we are open the software, first of all, we see the three options: new case, open recent case, or open case. So right now we are going to create a new case. Just mention the name of the case. We are just going to create a one demo case over here and hit the enter. You can easily change your preferred location where you want to keep the your report. Okay, now enter your case number. We are going to create a 001 number case, and also mention your examiner, which is going to examine the whole file and create the forensic report for a particular disk image. I am here entering my name, my number, and my mail ID. Also, you can additionally add any kind of the note and just hit the finish button. It will take time to create a case. After that, we have to import the image file. After successfully completing this demonstration, I will show you how to create a image file of any kind of the folder or something. Okay. Okay. Now we have to create a new host based on the data source, like which kind of the data source we are using. Like generally, skip this portion. Just click the next. Okay, now here you can see the different type of disk or on disk images, different type of portion where you can select different types of the disk image, like local disk, logical files, disk image or VM files, or unlocated space image files, autopsy logical image result, uh, X-ray test export. Like right now we are performing in the logical file, so click on the logical file and hit the next. Now like this is the place where we have to import the disk image disk file. Right now I have a certain kind of the files over here, like you can say E01 kind of the files. Okay, we select this one, and you can see the original file was located here. Also, you can include this kind of the timestamp or modified time, creation time, access time in the report. Like I'm just clicking over here and hit the next. Okay, these are the some kind of the modules which can we import in our files, like hash lookup, file type identification, extension mismatch detection, or we can see picture analyzer, keyword search, email passenger, like data source, integrity, Android analyzer. Okay, now we are going to select all the files, select all, and hit the next. Okay, successfully data has been added in the local database. Okay, hit the finish. Like you can able to see here the processing going over here. Um, in between that, let me show you how to create a this like this image file. For that matter, we need to download one tool which is known as a FTK image free download. For downloading this, for the download this tool, we just need to fill out this kind of the data. We can just randomly put the data, just like name, Sunit, L, business email, demo @gmail.com, organization name, not applicable, job title, not applicable, company state. Just randomly select anyone, company from anywhere, agree, not a robot. Finish it. After, okay. Just go to the side. Yes. Next. I accept. I will kind of the agreement and sign. Next. Okay. Change. And just copy this. Next and install. Just wait, it will install. In between that, let's see the our status of the file. Okay, now successfully it is located in our local database. Okay, here you can see every kind of the detail which is stored in the image file, we uh, which file we already created with the help of FTK imager. Here we can find file types. Types of file by extension, by MIME type. Okay. You can also see the deleted file from here, like this kind of the files are deleted from this particular disk. Also data artifact you can see from here, data analyzing result, keyword hits, like email addresses. Like basically this file contain mainly email addresses in the form of the hashes. Like you can see the one random text generated over here. Here you can see the hashes of the stored email. Also you can get OS account, tags, scope, report. Okay. Apart from that, you can also able to see the videos and photos all are in the files or not. Also you can find the communication kind of the data. Also you can find the geological data, timestamps, discovery, generate. Okay, this portion is a main important. Like here we can generate all the reports of the disk file. Okay. You can add header, also footer. Also, you can report module like in the form of HTML, XML report, file tags, data source. Okay, now we are just going to create a HTML report in the portion of header, just case report and studied by Jenny. And now finish. Next, all result and finish. Okay, the report has been created. Okay, the file will be shown like this way. Here we can say the autopsy forensic report, case demo, CSE, case number 001, number of data source in the case, only one, examiner Rawal Zenith. Okay, image information. Here we can find the information about the software which is used to uh, create this kind of the report, and also you can able to see the this module which we already saw. Okay, also this history, job, data source, logical file, status completed, enable modules, recent activities, hash lookup, which all are mentioned here. Also you can find the hits, keywords. Okay, this is the source file preview, which is easily not visible because of it is stored in the form of hash. Okay, also you can find over here the tag file, which is not in our image file. Okay, this is how we can create a report of any kind of the like any kind of the storage device. Okay, now let's see how to create a image file of any kind of the storage device. Okay, let's finish this and launch the FTK Manager. This is a tool which is used to create a image file in the form of E01 extension. Here you can select any new device and you can put here over the path of any file. We are just going to create a one image file of this local disk. Empty. Okay. Download folder. Okay, I have one folder HOIC. Okay, now we are creating image file of this folder. Right click, copy path, and put it path over. After that, go to file and create a disk image in the form of logical drive. And next, okay, so normally just create antivirus file which is okay, image source and in the form of E01. Next, case number, and we can put any random kind of the data over here. Case number 002, guidance name demo, the description not applicable, examiner notes, no need to do notes. Image description folder, no, this destination folder in the image file. Okay, image file name demo slash demo dot sample and just finish. This image not is not showing any kind of thing. 002 guidance name description applicable, examiner next. Okay, image file executable extension demo. Next source. Okay. Yes. Okay, this is the way how we can create the image file. I don't know why it is not showing any kind of things. Okay,
So
now sir, now
yeah,
we can perform
yeah,
next.
Jinit, yeah. So I would like to just mention, I would like to know something about. So one thing is you have demonstrated, right, how the image file we can create, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is one thing. Second is now I would like to know that I am just the beginner, and I would like to know how to start to work with the autopsy.
Hmm.
So can you just provide the detail how we can start to install the autopsy and how even we can install on which kind of the operating system. So just briefly describe about how we can start to work with this tool.
Okay, sir. As I mentioned above, like just first of all, you need to go to the website of the autopsy. Let me go. I've already provided the link of the autopsy tool. Okay, you can just simply download from here. It is almost 1.1 GB file, so it will take usual time. After that, we can easily download the folder. Download just simply install from the this PC. Okay, there it is. Just simply click on the next. Remove autopsy from. Okay, let me remove from first. Remove the autopsy from my PC, and after that, I will show you how to install. Okay, the uninstallation was successfully finished. Now let me install again. Okay, this is the first page. Just click next. Okay, where do you want to install your the software? Just browse your path and go next and hit install. This is a simple procedure to install this software autopsy.
Okay, so now we have seen that, right, about the how we can say work with the autopsy, right? And it
Yes,
is
sir.
really helpful for we can do any kind of the forensic with the our hard disk, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
if you want
Yes.
to know okay, if any kind of the even we can say data files which are deleted from the hard disk, so we can get the information about that as well as certain kind of the metadata information. If you
Yes,
want
sir.
to try, we can do. So it is all about we can do the kind of the we can say the disk related forensic and investigation we can do with the help of autopsy tool, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
now, in addition to that, let's see the other tools. So uh, let's start with the other tool, Zenith.
Sir, should I stop my screening or just go with the another tools?
No, no, just start with the another tool, right? So at this moment, I think now uh, the information related to autopsy is now, I think it is, we can even able to understand what exactly the autopsy, how we can install it and how it
Hmm.
work, right? So now let's go to the another tool. So first of all, you just start with the another tool, then subsequently I will summarize all the different tools. Yeah.
Okay, sure, sir. Right now, I am going to explain one another tools, which is online tools, which is known as a forensics, which is basically used for to get the information which is hidden in the image file. Like this is photo. Okay, this is a one online tool. You can also download, or if you want to download, just upload your file over here, and you can easily get the details hidden in the file. Let me demonstrate one live example. This site City of Learn is one city of capture the flag kind of the platform which is provide you the different type of challenges and kind of question you can solve easily and get the to practice more and more in the field of cybersecurity. Category forensics. Um, Okay, this is a one image, and some kind of the message is hidden in this image. So for to capture that message, we just need to analyze this image and gather the metadata of this image. Okay, so this photo forensics tools will help us to gain some kind of the uh, metadata from here. This upload file. You can just show the every kind of the details which is mentioned in this photo forensic tools. Games, hidden pixel. You can also find out hidden pixel in this photo. You can also find out the color profile or how to image can appear. This is a total summary of the image, quantization of table, and summary of the JPG file of quality file of quality. And here it is a metadata of the uh, this image. You can find in this challenge the platform give one message in the form of CTF, which is known as capture the flag. Okay, this is the one kind of the message which is hidden in this folder. You can also identify the type of image, image weight, image height, encoding process, bit per sample. You can easily, you can find out all kind of the data from here.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
You picked this photo from somewhere, challenge
Okay.
something. Can we
Yes.
pick any photo from the Google or something? Can we go over there and can do this
Yeah,
sort
we
of?
can get. Okay, I put this. I take this photo from this platform because the message is hidden in the folder, but in this image. But in the Google Photos, we cannot easily find out any kind of the message is hidden in the image or not.
Okay,
Yes.
suppose if we want to do the opposite, if we want to add some message to the image and then we want to check, then
So that is a part of encryption.
okay, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Okay. As sir say, we just put the photo from the Google and put it over here and upload file. Again, also you can able to see the metadata of this image. Here not in here nothing any kind of the message mentioned over here. Also you can find the strings like all kind of the data and all kind of the hidden hashes and all kind of stuff. Okay, this is a one kind of additional tool which is used for a photo forensics.
Okay, so
Now,
I think, yeah, so I would like to add one thing. I think so. There is one concept I think we have, which is called steganography,
yes, sir.
right? So I think we are using that kind of the concept to hide, we can say, the information in a way that it is one of the way to hide the information, right? In
Yes,
the form of, we can say, the images or like that. So if you want to identify or detect, so I think with this kind of the tool, we can do this, right?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Now next tool is a volatility, which is used for RAM analyzing. Like analyze the RAM, we can find out which kind of the processes are going inside the RAM, which kind of the files are going inside the RAM, or we can which kind of the deleted files, which kind of the histories, different kind of the histories from Chrome and any kind of the stuff. Okay, I created one document over here which contain all kind of the commands of volatility to perform different kind of the operations in that. Also, I mentioned some steps to create a .mem file to analyze the RAM. Okay, I'm also giving this link to description in the chat box, so you can easily find out. To install this tool, here you can find out the link over here. Like this is one kind of Git repository, uh, volatility 3. Just copy new release from here. Just copy this file and open Windows PowerShell. Now let's create a different folder to install this tool. Let's go to the desktop. Directory name as a demo underscore. Okay. Now let's move into this folder. Please press. Okay. Now I think you guys are aware with the Git and GitHub. So I just clone this repository. This cloning was successfully done. Now let's see which kind of the files are inside this repository. Volatility 3. Let's move in this folder. Okay, here you can see this vol.py file, which is a main file for this software, this tool. Now let's run this. The help of Python vol.py, hit that. Okay, so you can see the version of this framework. Now let's get different kind of the helps from this Python. pi. Okay. So these are the some kind of the modules are installed in this particular framework, which is used to different kind of, which is used to perform different kind of the operations in the RAM analyzing. Okay. Now let's perform first practical, first command, which is to which is used to show the okay. First of all, to perform these operations, we required one .mem file, which is one kind of the image file of the RAM. Okay, so I have one image file over here. This retest.mem. I just copy the path of this file and F. Okay, I just pasted the file of. Okay. Now let's test the process list, which is performed in this particular file in RAM. So Windows dot yes list. See. Also, I'm going to display more and more process in the, so that I use this command / more. So these are the some these are the some processes which is already done in particular RAM. Will take some time, so let me stop it over here. Now let's see different command. These Windows.info will show you the information about the RAM or operating system and all kind of this stuff. Let's just complete this process first.
Okay. Meanwhile, Jinit, I would like to know this volatility tool, right? So, what exactly the purpose of this tool, right?
Sir,
And as you have, I think, demonstrated, so it is available as a GitHub code, right? So it is available in the GitHub repository, so we
yes,
can
yes.
even retrieve it. So it ultimately helpful for what kind of the requirements or applications?
Okay, sir. I'll show you. Give me a second, sir. Sir, in this PPT, as you mentioned about different kind of the forensics, like which is okay mentioned over here. Like disk forensics, network forensics, database forensics, mobile forensics, memory forensics. So this tools is basically used for the memory forensics. Like I mentioned about, this tools is used for a RAM analyzing. So RAM is a kind of the it is come into the memory forensics. So with the help of this tool, we can easily find out. Okay, here different kind of the here some information are shown here, like memory layer, major minor files. Also, we can store this data in one file. We are going to store this file in any kind of the text file. For that matter, we just complete this command with this file info. Okay. The file has been created, and we can easily see this file. Okay, over here, in this folder. Info. So this is we can easily copy all kind of the data over here. Also, let's see. Yes. Okay. So these are the some processes which is already performed in the particular computer RAM. Okay, sir.
Okay, so fine. So now I would like to summarize some of the commonly used tools, open source tools. So thank you, Jinit, for sharing this information about these tools. So now I would like to continue. Yeah. So okay. So I think my screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So we have uh, seen that, okay, how we can work with the autopsy, which is open source tool which is available, and it is mainly for the kind of the, we can say, the digital forensic platform for analyzing the disk images and file systems. So if you want to get the or if you want to retrieve any kind of the deleted files or partitions, or at the same time we have seen that it provides us that kind of the user interface, so we can easily even see all the kind of the informations on a simply, we can say, the kind of the interface available to us, right? As well as if we want to integrate that with the another tool, that is which is called the sleuth kit, so we can do that for further we can say analysis. And it is mainly used for the, we can say, the disk forensic purpose. The another which is very we can say well known and widely used the open source tool, it is called the Wireshark. Again, it is the open source tool, and it is available as a network protocol analyzer tool for capturing and analyze the network traffic. So we know that whenever we are working over the, we can say, computer network, so the traffic is going on, the data is actually passed from one place to the another place, from source to the destination. So if we want to analyze the various kind of the information, like the what kind of the protocols are used, what kind of the ports are used, and along with that, if you want to capture some specific information related to this kind of the network information, so we can do that with the help of Wireshark. Even it can help us to filter out as well as searches about some specific packets, or we can say protocols or port information. So even I think Wireshark is one of the tool which is commonly it is used at various we can say educational institutions for the that kind of the study purpose. So we can analyze the kind of the network pattern. We can identify what kind of the things which are actually happening, what kind of the protocols, and we can say the activities which is going on. So Wireshark is that kind of the one of the common used we can say the tool, and it is open source tool which is available for us. The next is as it is mentioned in earlier, we have seen that is the sleuth kit which is available. It is again open source. It is available in the form of it's a kind of the library and the CLI tool for analyzing the disk images. So we have seen that okay, how we can do that kind of the disk forensic, right? So if we want to integrate this tool with that the tool which we have seen that, so yes, we can do that. That kind of things are possible, and with the help of this tool, we are able to analyze the file system, what kind of the file systems normally used during the, we can say, to store the data in the disk system, as well as we can even extract the file metadata. So as we have seen that in the kind of the volatility tool, if you want to even know the information about the timestamp when the file is created, when the file is modified, the what kind of the permission, or we can say attributes related to the file, if you want to even extract or retrieve, so we can do that, this kind of the things with the help of this TSK tool, right? So it is actually used for, as mentioned, for low level analysis of the disk image to identify the hidden or deleted files. So if we know that if we have that kind of the option, if we want to even hide certain kind of the files, sometimes we know that we have certain kind of system files in our operating systems which are normally not we can say visible as a user to us. So even we want to, if analyze such kind of the hidden files or deleted files, we can do that. Volatility, as it is demonstrated by the Zenith. So again, it's a open source. It is mainly for the memory forensic purpose, for analyzing the, we can say, volatile memory, and so that the name is given volatility, because we know that RAM is a kind of the volatile memory. The key features are detecting running processes. So as demonstrated by the Zenith at the end, what when where the various kind of the processes which are running. So if we want to detect it, we can even get the information. We can even retrieve the hidden process information, malware information. Even we can extract the network connections, registry or encryption key related information, right? So in addition to that, it supports multiple memory dump formats. So if we have the different kinds of the file formats which are available to us, so we can even work with all the different kinds of the files. So the main purpose of this tool is it is used for investigation, for mainly the, if is there any malware is exist or not, or if someone is trying to access the file in an unauthorized way. So we can do we can utilize this tool for such kind of the activity purpose. Then next is hashcat. Again, it's an open source tool. It is similar to the volatility. It is again memory forensic tool for an analysis of the volatile memory. Now we can see here it has the similar kind of the even the exercise we can perform with the help of this tool. Now next is we have the another tool which is available, that is called magnet RAM capture. So it is a type of the, we can say, memory acquisition tool, and it is used for capturing the volatile memory from the live systems. And what we can do with the help, that it captures the RAM data without modifying the system processes, and it supports the forensic memory tools like volatility, and it is best used for preserving evidence from a running computer for analysis. So if certain kind of the, we can say, the applications which are running in a system, And if we want to even we want to retrieve, or if we want to just we can say they maintain that kind of the evidence, so we can do with the help of this magnetic we can say magnet RAM capture the tool. Now we have seen the tools, but here we have one tool which is we can say it is available for especially for the Linux, that is called computer aided investigative environment. Use cases, it is comprehensive forensic investigation. So it is a pre-installed forensic tool for disk analysis, file carving and data recovery, supports live analysis and disk forensics. It is GUI based interface for easy navigation. So we have seen the tools which we have seen, right? There are the separate tools are available for, we can say, the volatile memory. There are several tools are available which can work for the disk, we can say forensic, but this is the kind of the tool which is available. So it supports the different kind of the, we can say, memory forensic. So it is considered as a complete forensic workstation for investigators, right? So it supports this kind of the multiple forensic activities on a single platform. Uh, in addition to that, we have the tool like test disk. So it is data recovery tool. So recovering lost partitions and repairing file systems, and it help us to recover the even boot sectors, restores the accidentally deleted files. So at this moment, I would like to ask one common question. Even I discussed the same question with some of my students even during the class. So normally it is very common that because of the, we can say, uh, update at the we can say OS level, and sometimes because of that kind of the update features, what is happening now we are actually exchanging our mobile phones. Earlier what happened that when we uh, were in the era of, we can say, a Nokia kind of the phone. So at that time, the time of, we can say, retaining the mobile phone, it was average like somewhat, we can say, 5 to 7 years. But now what is happening that because of that kind of the updates at the software level, application level, so now we sometimes we require to update the mobile phone, we can say at 2 to 3 years on average time. So when we are going for the kind of the, we can say, exchange of these mobile phones, means we are actually giving our old mobile phone, and as a exchange part, we are actually getting the new mobile phone. So at that moment, the very common the process is we normally format the entire data which is already stored in our mobile phone, and we know that sometimes we have certain information which is already backed up in our email account, but there are the certain information which are downloaded and stored in the local disk. So what we can do, we can simply delete all the kind of the informations. That process is normally called formation of the format process of the disk, right? So my question is that once we have deleted all this data from the we can say memory from the our mobile phone, is it able to retrieve this data? Can we retrieve that data once we have deleted it? I would like to know the answers from the participants. Is it possible that if I have mobile phone, I have deleted, I have formatted the memory of my mobile phone. Now there is no any kind of the audio, video, or any kind of the file on my mobile phone. So after that, is it possible to retrieve any kind of the file or data from my mobile phone?
No, sir.
Sir, it is possible
Yeah.
until you cannot store any other kind of the videos or photo in your store after formatting.
Yeah, so actually, even we learn as a part of the, we can say, the the computer computer hardware and hard disk. What is happening that sometimes when we are actually deleting the files or data, so we are just destroying the soft links, right? So but data is there in the form of that, we can say the links are broken, but data is there. So there are two kinds of the, we can say, format. One is the normally considered soft format, second is the hard format. So if you are not doing hard format, then definitely it is possible that you can retrieve the data. And here this is the example why I'm actually discussing this thing is these kind of tools are available like test disk. So it helps us if you have even if you have deleted the data from your memory hard disk or that kind of the storage, even you are able to retrieve that kind of the files or data. So be careful whenever you are going for any kind of the exchange of your mobile phone. That is actually my message here. Then the next is a bulk extractor. So again, it's a the kind of the tool for, we can say, finding the hidden kind of the digital attributes. So it extracts the credit card numbers, email addresses, URL from the disk images, process large data sets, supports the forensic investigator for we can say unallocated disk space. So in this way, if the certain kind of the, we can say, the personal information or that kind of the information, if investigator want to retrieve, so it can do with this kind of the tool like bulk extractor. Then uh, one more tool is available that is called the foremost. It is for file retrieving, so we can recover the deleted files based on the header information. So if you have just we can say header information, based on that even you are able to retrieve or recover the lost file. That is possible. Now I would like to just summarize the different kinds of the tools we have actually mentioned here. Autopsy, then Wireshark and TSK, all the tools which we have seen. So the primary function is that these are the tools mainly used for either to do the analysis, or we can say forensic at the memory level or network level, right? Even the tools are available which help us to even crack the passwords. And what kind of the operating systems to which these tools are support. These tools are actually mainly developed, so these things are mentioned. And what are the key features? So the features which are mentioned here, but what I would like to mention here is that this kind of the tools are actually commonly used, and it helps us to even identify the information what kind of the things which are going on. uh, if As we actually at the initial level, or I would like to say that as a beginner, so sometimes we require to know what the things are going on. It is something about, we can say, the kind of the observation or monitoring. So it starts with the that kind of the observation or monitoring. Subsequently, even based on that kind of the monitoring, even we can identify the kind of the activities. Sometimes we can say uh, uh, not we can actually at a certain time interval, we even able to identify the activities which are not, we can say, the routine activity or regular activity. So this kind of things are happening, and based on that even we can track those kind of the things, and we can correct those kind of the things. So these are actually some of the common the activities, or we can say the common things normally happen even as a part of the computer forensic or digital forensic. So fortunately we have some very good open source tools are available, and with the help of this kind of the tools, even we are able to study these we can say new the emerging area of not only CSIT, but is applicable to all the branches of the engineering. That is all about the cyber security. But even what I would like to emphasize is that there is a need to work towards the awareness about the kind of the various kind of the unethical things which are happening. At the same time, uh, there is a kind of the awareness and training is required even among the educated people. Sometimes even people unintentionally they are actually sharing or uploading certain kind of the sensitive information even on the social media. So it is very important that what kind of the information to be uploaded and what kind of the information not to be uploaded. So this is very important, and if we are able to actually aware about this kind of the tools, as well as if we have the some basic information about the cyber security, then definitely we can educate the people. And I think that is the one of the message of my today's session. So with these words, I would like to stop my session, conclude my session. uh, yeah, so if you have any questions, yeah, please. Yeah. So if anyone has a question, because at this moment I would like to say that I am not that much the kind of the expert in the cyber security domain, but yeah, definitely I am the we can say the one of the person who has the key interest to learn all about the cyber security related the concepts and tools. So at our place actually we have developed one small lab, and we are doing some kind of the experiment. And as a part of that, actually whatever we have done, or we have set up some kind of the small establishment. So we have demonstrated those kind of the things as a part of this session. But definitely we are even trying to do something more in the area of the cyber security. Yeah. So any question or any suggestion? Abhishek sir? Yeah.
I think, sir, there is no question from audience.
Okay. Okay, sir. Again, sir, I am very much thankful for giving me
Thank
this
you.
opportunity,
Thank you very much, sir.
yeah, to actually interact with all the we can say intellectual the participants, and it was really wonderful experience to us. Yes.
On behalf of Faculty Development Program Organizing Committee, I thank the respected FDP speaker, Kirit Modi, for the valuable talk and hands-on session. With the permission of FDP speaker, I am concluding the session. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, and I'm thankful to all the participants who have even I we have received certain questions, and definitely we are working on this kind of the things, how we can even we can say educate, and how we can work more in this area. Yeah, thank you, sir.